Morning YouTube. So it's May 22nd, Saturday. It's good weather, so we're gonna hop on the back onto the snow cannon that I was making a super snow cannon. So today we're just gonna start wire brushing it down, maybe paint it if I can, but it's a lot of wire brushing to do. Not trying to make it any show queen, but let's get started. All right, so here it is. It's out in the open here, so we can see. Got the. I always use a fan when I'm wire brushing, blow away all the soot and all the rust, dust, and all that crap. I will use a face mask. One positive thing out of COVID, I have a lot of face masks around that I can use for, on jobs like this. So gonna wire brush it out. I'm not really gonna disassemble much. If anything, I'm just kind of touch it up. I know, yeah, there will be some stuff like under the drum that will not be painted, but like I said, I'm just trying to clean it up and get it out of the way. So let's get started. Got a good portion of it wire brushed down. What I got to do now is I do have to take some stuff. I have to take the wheels off just so I can try to get in that area. I mean, I'm lazy, but I'm not that lazy. So I'm just going to take these off, and then I'll get in there with the wire brush and try to get in under these areas as much as I can, and then just everything will get, I'll throw some compressed air on it, maybe wash it a little bit, throw some phosphoric acid on it, and then it'll be good to go, get painted. So I power washed the Suburban and actually the snow cannon. So I figured, while I was power washing the cannon, I figured I might as well do the Suburban as well. It actually came out pretty good. It's funny how much paint it knocked off. That squealing, I think, is it's probably a pelt that's a little bit loose, and a little bit wet too. But there's a lot of weird black scum on the loader that had to come off, but now I'm just going to let this drip dry, and then I'll paint it when I'm done. Alright, so it's dried off, and I actually just coated it with some phosphoric acid, which I used to always use navel jelly, rust resolver, which has phosphoric acid in it, but it also has some other contents in it. Basically, as you can see there, it says phosphoric acid, but it also has some other stuff that makes it like jelly, so it sticks, so it's thick, and it recommends this to wash it off. So instead of using that, I do like the stuff, but instead of using it, I like just using straight phosphoric acid, which is, I believe, in this tile cleaner. I think that's what's in it, but basically I use this tile and stone cleaner. which has phosphoric acid in it. And I use this and I just wipe it on, it dries, and I just paint over it. And I've actually had decent luck with it. So I get this at Lowe's. So this is just kind of easier, so I don't have to do the next step. Because if I use the navel jelly, it basically, I have to paint it on, let it dry, rinse, let it dry again, and then paint. Whereas this, it kind of evaporates and goes off, and it's basically, the reason I use the phosphoric acid and the navel jelly is, if any of you guys have ever used the PR15, that has a 3-step process. One being the marine clean, which is basically just simple green. Then it has an etching, and the etching step is phosphoric acid, and then you use the PR15 coat epoxy paint, which that stuff is the bomb, but it also charges like it's been made by the government as well, so very expensive. It's very the PR15, while it is bulletproof stuff, I have used it on stuff that I can attest that it's really good. It's just too expensive for large areas like this, and again, especially on something like this, which would probably be a really good application for it, because it gets a lot of rocks and debris through. I just couldn't afford a gallon of paint to just use on different projects, which would be probably very close to like marine paint, which is like $100 and something a gallon. But let me get into this. So this is, like I said, has phosphoric acid on it. So while the auger, kind of evaporates off, I'm just going to start painting the blower itself. All right, basically I'm going to start with rusty metal primer first, and just go to town on it. I don't know if I will or won't on the outside, but I'll definitely do it on this inside. There is something satisfying when you're painting large areas, simple areas. It's just kind of a, satisfying feeling. I'm not going to go to town really on the wear areas. I'm not going to go crazy on it, just because as soon as I run it, like the skid plate, I'm not really going to touch the bottom. It just gets, that gets beaten on very quickly. So anything I put there is just going to wear off the first time I use it. Don't really care about streaks or anything like that. All right. I'll put it on time lapse, and you can watch me get it done in 30 seconds. Alright, so I got it painted up. Definitely not my best work. A lot of runs, a lot of what have you. It's just, you know, it's definitely a hack job today. But like I said, just want to prevent it from rusting. It's not a show queen. If I really wanted to do it well, I would have torn it all down, but it's good enough for now. If someday I decide to go back and, you know, rebuild seals and stuff like that, I'll do definitely a better job on the paint. But as you can see, even over the, you know, oversprayed over the stickers, and again, just try to scrape it down to keep it from rusting. But all right, so that's it for today. I'm kind of tired, so I'm just gonna sign off, and we'll jump on this tomorrow.